Hi, welcome to week 12 of this semester. I'd like to take a few minutes and go over with you again the outline and works cited page assignment for the R2 project. I've just posted a new one, a second sample. The first sample, of course, is attached to the assignment sheet. I encourage you to print those in. I encourage you to print this out too, just so you have a physical copy to look at. But this is what you'll be seeing. Okay, this is the second sample for the outline and works cited page. First of all, notice it has a heading at the top, which is single spaced. Last name first, first name last, your name, of course, not mine. The title of the course and the day it's due. Then a title. The assignment was discuss something vital component of scientific equipment in the 21st century. And so this paper focuses on the Large Hadron Collider. All right, then the next sentence is the thesis. Notice that the word thesis is underlined, and it's got a colon, and then it has the thesis after it. The thesis, of course, is the last sentence of the introduction, and it's the main idea. It refers back to the assignment and controls the entire paper. Then we have, this example has 6 topic sentences, in case your paper is a little bit longer. But notice a couple of things. First of all, the topic sentences are all complete sentences. There are no fragments. The sentences are simple sentences. You don't want compound, complex sentences that have 2 or 3 different ideas, because in your paragraph you have to develop 2 or 3 different ideas. So keep the sentences simple, keep them straightforward. And also, I like it, both as a reader and as a writer, when there's repetition of ideas. The Large Hadron Collider is important because. The Large Hadron Collider is important because. The Large Hadron Collider is important because. First of all, as a writer, it makes it easier to stay on track and to follow a consistent pattern. As a reader, it just makes it easy to remember what you're reading about, and what that structure is. So keep it simple, and you'll notice it just basically writes itself. The first body paragraph is going to start with this sentence: the Large Hadron Collider is important because of the costs involved. And then I'm just going to have one quote from one of my sources that talks about either the dollar figure or the types of costs, and then 3 or 4 or 5 sentences explaining the costs that are involved with the Large Hadron Collider. My second paragraph is going to talk about the economic impact. That is, the money it generates in the surrounding communities and in the world. My third one is going to talk about all the nations that are involved, the primary nations, the secondary nations, contributions from each. The Hadron Collider is important because the people working on it, so it's going to talk all about the people. This paragraph is going to talk about the discoveries that have already been made. It's been in use for several years now, and it's made several significant discoveries. And then the last one is all about the potential scientific breakthroughs that could be made. Then, Control-Enter, a hard page break, works cited, and that's the title. Notice it's not bold, it's not underlined, it's not in italics. And then it's just a list of the sources. They're in alphabetical order by the author's last name, and it has a reverse indent. Now, if you're using Google Scholar, as I recommended, there's a little button you can click it's called Cite, and it will do most of this for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't get it exactly right, and I'm not sure why. You can go to the Purdue OWL, the online writing lab, look up MLA, and it'll show you exactly how to do it. But a couple of things I've noticed on the Google site, CITE, Google Citation, is it gives you the wrong font, and for some reason it doesn't capitalize the first letters of major words. So if you can fix those 2 things, it's pretty easy to deal with. It's pretty easy to work with. So just notice it's the authors, it's the name of the source, the name of the container, the date, the location, the date, and then the page numbers. And there you go. Okay. Notice that the whole thing is double spaced and that there are no extra gaps between entries. This is exactly what I'm looking for. All right. So part of your grade will be based upon the format, the way it looks. But for the works cited page, you'll also be graded on the source evaluation. So pick only the sources that meet those 4 criteria that we've been talking about. If you need to go back and review those, that PowerPoint is still up. And if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. The paper is due before 11:55 p.m. this Thursday. Be sure you get a digital receipt, because until you get that receipt, your paper hasn't gone through. If you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.